Good afternoon, Chris Mackowski from Emerging Civil War. I'm out exploring portions of the Chancellorsville battlefield over the next couple days, checking out parts of the battlefield day by day. Today I have with me my young battlefield assistant, Maxwell James Mackowski. Friends of the blog know about Maxwell, my 2-year-old toddler, and we're out here kind of taking a look around. We are on a portion of the Day 1 battlefield that's preserved by the American Battlefield Trust. There are more than 200 acres here, a beautiful walking trail. Once upon a time, this was on the farm of James Leitch. And right up the road, the Alsop Farm. We're on the eastern edge of the wilderness. And Joe Hooker moving along 3 parallel roads trying to trap the Confederates in Fredericksburg, and the Confederates come out and meet him. But what I really like about this particular portion of the battlefield is that it reminds me of the wilderness. The armies are going to come back here in May of 1864, almost exactly to the day, just 3 days off. And so when people ask about what the wilderness looked like, I like to show them this part of the battlefield, even though it's Chancellorsville, because this is the most evocative area that looks like the wilderness. Remember, this area was 70 square miles of second growth forest. This area was rich in iron ore, and to process that iron, they were taking it to local furnaces. Catherine Furnace on the Chancellorsville battlefield is one of those furnaces, and in order to properly process that, of course, you needed to have fuel for those fires, so they clear-cut all the trees in this area to provide that fuel. So by the 1860s, that forest is starting to grow back, so it's a second growth forest, and it is dense and thick. We've got whiplash oaks and scraggly pines. Here we've got cedar trees. We've got some birch trees and beech trees. I see rhododendrons out here, holly bushes, grapevine, prickers of all sorts, poison ivy along the path, and of course I like to tell people it's all full of snakes and ticks. I just read today, in fact, that it's supposed to be an especially bad tick season, so you're out battlefield and keep an eye on that. Now just imagine if you were a soldier trying to march through this in formation, shoulder to shoulder, pushing your way through these woods. So it became impenetrable. That's what made the wilderness in particular so bad, but at Chancellorsville, these men are still trying to push through those same sorts of circumstances and conditions. I think about that old Confederate cavalry song, "Oh, Joe Hooker, won't you come out the wilderness?" Now, he was trying to, and the Confederates are going to try to prevent that from happening, and then Hooker will prevent that from happening. Perhaps that's what loses him the battle. We're going to explore more of the battlefield later on today. Glad to have you with me. Chris Mackowski for Emerging Civil War.